And here we are for episode 2 for this season. We got Lance from soccershop.bet.
Morning.
Striker still in San Francisco. Are you, Perry?
It's good. Weather's lekker out here.
What's the story now? So you're flying in, riding 2 or 3 winners, and then flying back to San Francisco.
Yeah, it's no more Cape Town. It's US of A.
Oh, that's lekker. And tell me, are you using Lawrence Werner's aeroplane or Arun, or are you getting...
Yeah, Arun Shadow. I mean, he's my boss. I've got to support him.
Yeah. And you're not having a hassle with immigration getting in and out so often.
Yeah, all right.
You obviously, I'll tell you what you're doing. You're obviously tipping the oak at immigration.
Yeah, that's all. In and out quickly. I feel like a politician.
Yeah, well done. Listen, you're writing so well, eh? So lekker. I think we've inspired you, eh? This new TV career of yours has got you writing winners.
Yeah, I've got to do it now before I stop.
China.
Before you're 60.
Right. Viewers, welcome to another podcast. Again, the numbers were through the roof last time. Lance's offers are legendary. And we're going to be previewing Saturday's race card. There are 2 meetings on Saturday, but everybody knows I'm allergic to Durbanville. So we're going to do Turfentine. We haven't got many runners, but we've got a nice card. So let's kick off in race 1. 6 go to post. Striker, how come you're not riding Obsidian?
No, I'm not stable jockey. I just Johan just offers me a couple of rides here and then, where also that he thinks it'll suit me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Lance, you give us the betting in race 1, because as usual, you guys are first to post in the betting. You muted, my brew.
Shows you I've been in the UK too long.
Yeah, no, but listen, the viewers love how professionally unprofessional we are.
Yeah, well, nothing's going to change. You know, that's always be
The
consistent.
swearing is really cut
Yeah,
down.
no, that's toned down big time, which is...
China.
There's only one guilty there.
There's only one culprit there, correct.
Yeah.
So we 6 to 10 to 1
The Octagon, 6 to 10.
in race 1, eh?
Yeah.
I think
That is
it's
short,
wrong,
right?
I must be honest. I think it's wrong. But, I mean, I've had a look, and I think the second favorite, number 5, 14 to 10, I think that should be, I don't know. Maybe I think that should be the favorite. But I'm not going to... This is what Jason sent me, and he's done the work.
Yeah.
And then they 4 to 1, number 4, sorry, and then 14s and 33 to 1, the other 3.
Sure. Okay, well, Striker, what do you think? I mean...
I make a 2-horse race. It's the Octagon or Obsidian. I know Obsidian finished 5th out of 6 runners. Its first start, its only start, and it got beaten 8 lengths. But the form takes you to the moon, 1, and then it's come to win again in strong company.
Yeah.
Karate Kid won 2 in a row after that. Key News, actually, I liked it on Saturday, but apparently it needed to run a little bit and it was too short. And the next runner was Moonlight Trader, which also came to win, and then Obsidian. So the form is there. The Octagon obviously is the main danger. I mean, probably the experience and some decent form, but it's hard for me to separate the 2. So I'm going with those 2. The Octagon, number 1, and number 5, Obsidian.
Well, I'll go second. I'm saying that by race time, the betting will be reversed. I say the Octagon will drift out and Obsidian will shorten. I can't see this as a 6 to 10 shot. I really can't. Yeah. If they race 10 times against each other, can it win 6 races? I don't think so. So it's very skinny, that price. Gavin's riding really well. We're doing a podcast with Gavin on Monday. Me, you, and Gavin, striker. But and he's running a lot of winners, eh? But I can't see 6 to 10 Lances. I think it's too skinny. I'd be backing Obsidian here myself.
Yeah, listen, at the prices, it's not even a contest. You got to back the farm. What wins or what doesn't win, I don't care. But if you're gonna have a bet at these prices, you can only back one horse. But I tend to think they'll start a lot closer. That's my opinion.
I think so.
Just based on the improvement and
but maybe a person should just follow the betting. If you see money come for Obsidian, then obviously Obsidian must be the horse to beat. If not, then
I think money will come for it.
It's also getting 2 kilos. It's getting 2 kilos off the Octagon, eh?
Yeah, listen, the betting here doesn't look right. I mean, Jason, maybe I asked him to get me a structure quite quickly. So I think if he has another look, they'll be a little bit closer together. But
listen, let the man do his job, right? It's our job to find our job.
It's our job to poke holes.
Jason, I know you're watching. You think it's 6 to 10 shot. We don't. Doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means we think differently.
Correct.
Right. So I'm going for Obsidian. Striker, hidden under a rock here. He's not putting his head up. He's gone between that 6 to 10 shot and the 14 to 10 shot. No value in a trifecta. No other opinion from him.
What about Exacta?
You'll be paying in.
Why don't you take a place bet? Yeah.
All right, Lance, and you can't separate them either.
No, I'm heads down the 14 to 10 shots.
You are.
No chance.
Okay, so me and you
at the betting, there's no chance I can back anything else.
100%. Right, race 2. Lance, I think you can go first.
Race 2 with 33 to 10 1, 33 to 1 1, 8 to 1 2, 2 to 1 the 3, 4 to 1 the 4, 3 to 1 the 5, 3 to 1 the 6, 7 to 1 the 7. Tough race there, guys.
Oh, there's a mix. There's a mishmash of form here, isn't there?
Yeah, I kind of had a good look at this race, and again, 3 to 1. I mean, 2 to 1 the 3 for me is also no value, but it's the right favorite. And then the 3 at the horses underneath it, they've all got chances. So I think the betting's spot on here. They've all got improvement. There's horses that will come on. There's horses that, I mean, Ancient Wisdom went backwards from its last run, from its first run, but we didn't like that. You liked the winner, Joe.
Yeah.
I think he's got the betting right here, Jay. I think race 2, number 3 is the worthy favorite.
Yeah.
The others are going to have to improve. That's my opinion. And
what price has he got? What price has he got? Number 5, Stormy Sunday.
3 to 1.
Yeah. Look, it's a stupid bet, but probably if you're going to have a bet in this race, Robbie Sage is in a bit of form. Obviously, Rachel gets the 1.5 kilos, so she brings that other horse into the race from a weight perspective, fetching flyer. But they're drawn right next to each other. Stormy Sunday for me, but really don't get too involved in this race, in my opinion. Striker, what are you thinking?
Yeah, the form, if you look at number 2, number 3, number 4, it's all so close. I think depending who gets luck and running and who improves a little bit more. But if I have to stick my neck out, I'm going to go with Ancient Wisdom.
Really?
What I'm saying is a first start, she finished second. And the third was, except Cookies came to win. Might not have been the strongest of form. But the second run, I know she was disappointing. But I wanted it for the Theatre of Life. For, what's the name? Philip Vermeulen.
I tipped it.
Yes, and I think it's quite a nice filly. Yeah. The second horse, Future Date, won its next start last Saturday. The third horse, Fireburst, came to win. And then the fourth horse was Intro, ran second. So the next horse was Ancient Wisdom. And the horse that finished behind the Lunar Rainbow finished third its next start. So I think the form is strong enough for her to get a better of a mediocre bunch. So I'm going with Ancient Wisdom.
Sure, yeah.
Dog is feeling pressure here, and into the last 200 Secret Straight, the leader Ancient Wisdom down the inside, and Accept Cookies is running on strongly but very green in the run. Ancient Wisdom is coming at Secret Straight, the last bit. Secret Straight, Ancient Wisdom, here comes the line. Ancient Wisdom maybe from Secret Straight and Accept Cookies, who was extremely green.
I think based on what you just said, it'll run a better race. But how do you explain such a bad second run?
True, 13 lengths.
But then again, Fireburst ran poorly in that same race.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe the form's strong.
Well, I'll tell you something else.
Maybe the two up front are decent, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you also, I mean, when that horse ran last time, I mean, you really have to look deep into this, but Tony wasn't really firing. You know, his horses were a bit, you know, and then over the last week, they've started coming right again. So, you know, it's really hard to maintain such a big strike level throughout the year, but yeah, you're probably on the right one there. I'm sticking with Stormy Sunday, but maybe, you know, yeah, go with Ancient Wisdom. Listen, viewers.
Well, I don't know if he's on the right one. I think it's a horse that's, you know, that's got value now.
Yeah, 100%.
Race
Yeah,
before
listen,
it wasn't value. The value.
You've got to watch, you've got to try and watch this podcast for as long as possible, because sometime during this podcast, Lance is going to make another fantastic offer. But I mean, if you're not watching, you won't know about it. I'm not going to tell you which minute it's in because I don't want you to fast forward to it. Let's go to race 3.
Yeah.
Right, your race 3 betting, guys, if you can get this down. 4-1 the 1, 14-1 the 2. We then 3-1 the 3 and the 4, 10-1 the 5 and the 6, 3-1 the 7.
Well, Pierre can go first because, I mean, he's riding a horse that's really turned the corner. From a horse that looked like it was going nowhere fast, all of a sudden, this horse is running well, eh?
Yeah, well, Battle of Barberton was always a very difficult customer. He would over race and you couldn't hold him, and he's not a big horse. He's actually a small horse. So, you know, I mean, you look at the form, you say first, second, and first, you think it's a top horse. He doesn't give me that feel. I'm hoping he grows. I hope he improves. So we went to 2,600 because we feel he needs ground. That's because he's not showing a hell of a lot. And anyway, he ran a good second. And then last time he came off a bit of a break and he won at 2,000. But I'm looking at the form. He's beaten nothing. I'm hoping he can improve more. But then I'm the same breath. Moolah Man hasn't beaten anything. Atareem hasn't beaten anything of note in his last start. So to me, this is a very open race, and that's why it's a handicap. And I think you got to go at least 2 horses in the place accumulator. Maybe go Battle of Barberton and add either Moolah Man or add Atareem.
Okay, Lance?
I'm going for the top 8 at Tareem, guys. Since the Galdian's a different horse, they're now going over the extended trip. They went the extended trip. They ran behind Purple Pitcher. That wasn't a Galdian. I think with the Galdian, different story, eh? He's getting the 1.5 kilos from Rachel. I think this is the horse that, for me, has the value in the race. I think at 4-1, I would have a little bit of a wager on this. I wouldn't back the others. I'm not mad about the 3-1 chances. And purely on the fact that it's Galdian, it's now, to me, a different racehorse. So over the trip might be a different story.
Overs Cadovers for me at Tareem. Overs Cadovers. I really are absolutely right. You've spotted it. It's a different horse. It'll be suited to the 2000. It's my new Predator. Get the 1.5 kilos. The 61 kilos looks heavy, but all of a sudden it's not 61, it's 59.5. It ran second to a horse called La Muhal once upon its time. I mean, that's not a bad horse. I mean, this horse has campaigned against some really nice horses. 4 lengths off Marauding Horde. 7 lengths off Purple Pitcher is not a bad run, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? And now they've, like you say,
And
since
I don't think it's the horse today that it was then. You know, today it's a better horse.
absolutely. So for me, I think spot on Atarim over Cadovas. That's the one.
At Ndlamu, Presley picked up the lead from Ndlamu in second. Down the inside, Atarime. Max the Magician, has he got anything up his sleeve? He's got 3 lengths to make up on Presley. Atarime fighting on down the inside. Atarime picked it up from Presley. Max the Magician's improving, but Atarime picks up the lead close to home. And Atarime went on to beat Presley. Max the Magician third, then Pocket Watch. In behind that, Ndlamu, Rumiga.
Right, race 4.
Okay, race 4, we're 6 to 1 to 1. We're 12 to 10 to 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we're 25 to 1. Then we're 5 to 1, 5 to 1, 10 to 1, 4 to 1. Also, for me, very short. But he has the form, he has the weight pull, he has everything in his favor once again.
I know. I went against him last
I know
time.
you got it wrong here last time, Joe, but I don't think you're going to go double or quit this time.
Apparently, my tipping's very bad, but I found Raise Hallelujah last time.
You did.
Yes, as the best bet. And I found a
Yeah,
couple of
you did.
good bets and value bets.
No.
In the
to be honest with you, Pierre, you are getting a bit of flack on social media sometimes, but you get a lot of praise as well. So, and also, people can't resonate with you because you're jet setting all over the world. So maybe if you did a podcast from fucking Soweto or from Tongaat, people would be more in touch with you. Do you know what I mean? But you can't just like be jet setting all over the world and then rub it in their faces that you tipped Raise Hallelujah. But you did. Well done. You did. Well done. You did. You did.
Let's just start with grapes. Yeah.
I'm going to give you a value bet in this race.
Listen to me, Striker.
Yeah.
I think I've got a spreadsheet somewhere. I do think you leading the log between the 3 of us. So for those watching, yeah, you're not too bad.
And he's a much better rider than us.
Tipster. Yeah, it's always been
Rider
like
as well.
I've got a value bet. Yeah. Well, basically, it's a tools race. I don't see anything else able to win except for Raise Hallelujah and Explosive Bond. I just think Explosive Bond having its right. It's the second run now in the right race. It's got 50. I know it's got to find form on Raise Hallelujah, but I just think Explosive Bond at 4 to 1 could be your value for the day.
Okay, that's interesting. I went against Raise Hallelujah last time. I only went on it basically because I thought Candace was off form. I think, well, it's the only winner she's had, but I promise you, with 52 kilos on his back, this horse can't lose her. Lance, I mean, Zeus, we love Zeus. Stable's doing really well, but he's not the horse he was. He's obviously a bit older now. It's hard to keep going. It's hard to keep running from off them like he does. And it's hard to give away 8 kilos. It's really hard. So I'm
very hard to give weight to the whole field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Raise Hallelujah. I have tipped Explosive Bond before at a big price, but I'm going against strikes. I'm going with Raise Hallelujah this time. Lance, you with Raise Hallelujah?
Yeah, I think it's the right. Well, it's clearly the right horse. There's no doubt if you dissect the form, it's the right horse. But my gut tells me it'll get rolled. Main reason I'm saying that is because you're so adamant to go for it this time. The fact that you were so bullish about it last time, I'm going to go against it this time, purely on that form. Nothing that you'll see on the paper.
That's because I tipped it.
You would have to have watched the last form podcast. But I'm with Pierre. I think the horse that, even though at the weights, it's going to have to do a bit. Explosive Bond is the runner with 1 or 2 other sneakers. So I'm going to play against it purely on Joe D'Amato form.
Okay, right. Race number 5. This, for a graduation, is a very, very nice race. To be fair. 1,200
and it's a belter race.
A belter race. You could easily change the prize money from 110,000 to 175,000. and give it some sort of little featurey type of name, because this
I
is
agree.
a nice race. Start of the season, Striker's riding an unbeaten horse for Van Vieren and for Lawrence Werners. The horse is called Selenio Peninsula. What price is number one, Lance?
I'm not going to tell you prices, guys. I want us to go through this race.
Yeah.
And then when I tell you the price, I want you to fall on your back. So go.
Okay.
What price should you?
Striker, you go first. Pierre, go first. What do you like?
He stuck me in the middle here.
No, I'll
Look,
do it. I'll do
I
it.
mean-
I'll do it. I don't mind. I'll go first.
And then in your opinion, tell me who you think should be the favorite here, because Joe's right. It's that type of race where it looks difficult.
Okay.
But
So
there's an outright favorite here.
there is an outright favorite, eh?
According to Jason, there's an outright favorite.
Okay, so the outright favorite, the way Jason would price this race up, and I haven't seen the betting, right? I'm purposely not going to log on, even though soccershop.net have got the prices up already. I'm not going to look. I'm saying he's got Miamu at 14-10.
Now you and Jason are talking. Is he an earpiece in your ear there?
I swear he's not, but Miamu ran. I swear, Miamu ran. If I mean,
Yeah,
you've got to look at his
16 to
last
10.
run, right? His run.
The reason I'm telling you this is because when I saw the price, I said, oh my word, he's got this wrong. And then I looked again and he's spot on right.
Am I right?
He's 16-10. He's 100% right, and you happen to be with him, so it's right.
Well done,
Well, I mean,
Joe.
this horse ran in a Group 3. It ran behind Double Grand Slam, which humdinger
Correct.
thumped. It beat
Correct.
October, it beat Minogue. I mean, this is I mean, it's obvious that this horse is going to be favourite. Funnily enough, I own its half sister, so I hope this horse goes through the roof, because Alpha Betty hasn't done as well as this. Can she win over 1,200 meters? I don't know, eh? I don't know. She has won course and distance. I know we're on the inside track now, aren't we? She's won 160. Sean, I'm thinking, I haven't spoken to Sean for a while. I'm thinking his stable's going to start coming into itself. So
Yeah,
this
it will.
will be a come-on run for her.
Well, he had a double on Saturday.
Yeah. But I mean, he hasn't been having like a lot of runners, and I mean, I know I've got a couple of horses in his yard that, you know, the horses have been vaccinated and whatever. You know, he's had a little bit of a break. You know, pretty much like James Crawford. You haven't seen any runners. They've given the horses a break, which I think is a great thing. Anyway, Craig Zaki riding well. Miamu 16-10 favourite. Not for me. I think that let me just get the right time. I think at 14-12 on Saturday, Selenio Peninsula will still be unbeaten. I think Striker will win this race. This filly she could be anything, but she's expected to be more than anything, because she's a Vercingetorix out of a really good mare. She's related to Barbaresco. She's related to Out of Darkness. The three horses that this mare's produced have all excelled, and I'm thinking this is going to be another steering job for Pierre Striker straight up. So I'm going with Selenio Peninsula, and I would take anything from 9-4 upwards. What price is she?
Yeah, you're going to be back in this. Jay's got it 4-1.
Oh. I mean, Lance, that's for me, that is if I was having £1,000 bet, that's 800 places certainty and 200 wins. I mean, it can't.
Yeah, I think it is a big price.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my
assessment. He's seen something. He's obviously he's dissected the form. Maybe he sees it's weak. I don't know, but I also thought it was big. That's why I didn't give the bet in. I think the favorite on form's the right horse in the sense of price, but whether it's ready, that's another story. But we know the one is ready. It's run a good race a few weeks ago, and it's on the up, and I think 4-1 is quite attractive. I agree, 1,000,000%.
Thank you very much. Perry?
Remember, this is a graduation. It's not a handicap.
Yeah.
One horse stands out on form by far, Miamu. I mean, double Grand Slam. Miamu finished second. Third was Raskova, feature race material. So, if Miamu's at its best form, it will win at 1200 because its first run after a race, the horse can run fresh. It ran second in that type of company over 1400, so it can get away with the 1200. Unfortunately, we don't know how fit it is. And knowing Sean Terry, I've ridden for him for many years. He normally likes his horses just to have a bit of a come-on run. So I don't know if this horse will be placed in the race. I think it might be just sitting at the back, hoping it runs on. If it's good enough, it wins. If it's not good enough, well, you're not going to want to beat the horse up because there's more races to come in the future. As I said, it's not a handicap. So my value bet, once again, is number 5, Blossom Buddy. She's the second best handicap horse in the race. She's drawn 1.
Yeah.
Rachel Veneker claim 1.5. So that's my value bet, Blossom Buddy. Of the rest of the horses, it's very difficult. I mean, say it loud, 1 run, 1 win, Might not have beaten the strongest horses. My filly, let's just go look at the form. So my filly finished, it won its second start. It can only win. I mean, what more must it do?
Yeah.
But the second was Ode to the Ocean, and the third was with Dancing Dora. These are really your bottom handicappers, and that is obviously my concern. It beat absolutely nothing. So it needs to improve quite a bit to be able to win this field. But yesterday when I rode at the Val, I just heard a little bit of a whisper in the jockey room that she's quite a nice filly. So maybe she's still going to make the improvement to be able to win this race. For me, it's a very difficult race because Miamu, we don't know how good she is. I mean, we know how good she is, but we don't know if she's ready. And that's why I say I'm going to lean towards Blossom Buddy, as you've got to include her with a couple of others.
Yeah, so I think, look, I'll tell you why I really like Selenio Peninsula, right? The fact that she won her maiden, like you say, they can only win. But they quickly got her into an MR74, which is unusual for a young horse. You know what I mean? You maybe go a different route. She won that MR74, and I know she beat Ode to the Ocean, Dancing Dora, all those horses. But when I go on form grids and I use the length behind tool, which I like to use, I don't know if you guys know about it.
Yeah, it's a good tool.
Yeah.
There were 3 races that day over the same distance on the course, right? And she was the 4th fastest that day. So obviously she was the fastest in the MR74. And I like doing this as well, guys, because the punters like to know how we think, right? The Fillies and Mares 91 race was the fastest. And the first 4 past the post, they all beat her technically on time, right? But she carried 59.5 kilos. The winner of the FM 91 carried 54 kilos. This filly, Striker, she's definitely above average. That's a certainty. You know what I mean? And I think at 4-1, I think she's overpriced. That's, I'll be with her. I really would. But let's see how we go, yeah? Striker's gone for Blossom Buddy.
As value. Only value.
Yeah. And we don't know the well-being of Miamu, but yeah. Right, race 6. Grade 2, Joburg.
Now look at your phone and then you can give the betting.
Look at my phone. Oh, but then people say I'm cheating, man. Right. Let me do that quickly.
Just for the record, I don't like Bosom Buddy.
Okay, well, just tell us why you don't like it.
Why? Yeah, tell us.
I think the form's very weak. I think Pointer then went to Durban and didn't shape in a weakish field. Yeah, I know it's a graduation. I know it's getting 1.5 kilos, but I look through its form and there's nothing there that excites me. Maybe the 1200 and the fact that it's a little bit readier than the rest of them might put it in the race, but not for me.
And drawn 1 and claim 1.5.
Yeah, the draw and the jock and the claiming is the
is the
But I
fact.
still don't think it's good enough.
All right, let's go.
I would rather be with the improvers, the Say It Loud, we don't know how much improvements there. There could be a freakish improvement in these other horses. So that's my
Gents,
opinion.
we got the Joburg Spring Challenge, fillies and mares, grade 2. 14 horses go to post. We do record this on a Wednesday. Just we like to be first in everything. First in viewers, first in amount of winners we tip, first in amount of horses we don't like. That Lance has really had a go at a few horses that have gotten beaten and steered the public in the right direction. And first with South Africa's legend jockey, nearly at 6,000 winners. It's fantastic. Listen, yeah, you guys are going as follows. The winner, 4-1, VJ's Angel. 5-1, Give Me a Shot. 6-1, Celtic Rumours. White Pearl, Striker Stratum, 7-1. Captain Peg, 8-1. Key Element, 10-1. Miss Hannigan, 10-1. And then they just keep going. Pierre, you go first, eh?
Your nightmare race.
Pierre will never tip this horse because it's drawn 15, so that's not going to be in Pierre's.
I mean, I've on form I found VJ's Angel. To me, the fact that she's been running that close off bad draws has been unbelievable. But once again, she's got a bad draw. So how do you? Yes, you know, it's 1450. You go for 150, 200 meters, and you've got to start turning. You know, and if you don't get a good jump, and everyone's chasing for position, you just don't get in. So you have to either go harder to overcome your draw, so you kill yours, or you have to pull back, and as inside track, it's a short straight, and you don't make it up. I really batting to find a winner here. Obviously, Let's Go Now is also a top filly, high merit rating, but bad draw again. I'm riding White Pearl. She's coming off a bit of a lengthy break. She's held on form. But at least I've got a draw. Maybe the horse that's drawn 1 in form, Miss Hannigan. Maybe that's the horse to go for. Or Give Me a Shot if she gets lucky from draw 8. So I'm going to lean towards number 1, Give Me a Shot, and Miss Hannigan for now. And next time when I meet again, I'll change my whole form completely.
Yeah. So Miss Hannigan, soccershop.bet's got a 10-1, and number 1, Give Me a Shot, 5-1. So you can back both of them, and you get a good average if you're going to go with Pierre. Lance, what are you thinking?
No opinion there, guys. I'm with load as many as you can. I'm not keen on the draws. I would definitely load up there. I know she's won the Gravel. She won a Group 1 against the boys. She come from wide out there and she mowed them down. Still, at this course, it's very, very difficult. And it's a nice race. So I'm going to load up here. I'm going to put a good few horses in here.
Yeah,
and one of which is going to be White Pearl. So I think it's a race to load.
Yeah, the draws against VJ's Angel, there's obviously no doubt about that. And that's there for everybody to see, right? But I think when I looked at this race and the pace that's in the race and the structure of the race, look, I think you'll know your fate after the first 75 meters. But at 4-1, I think it's worth... I think if you're going to have a bet in this race, I think you should back her, because I do think she'll be scraping paint or very close to scraping paint. If she's not, then obviously it's insurmountable. But her turn of pace is quite remarkable. And because it's such a complicated race, it might actually be in her favor, if that makes any sense. Because there's going to be a lot of... It's a big race. There's going to be a lot of jostling, a lot of chaos. And she might just... She's got enough toe to just get into the right position. So I'm sticking with VJ's Angel, but I don't think Lance is far wrong in loading up, and obviously Striker's not wrong either in going for his 2.
Right. Yeah, you have to go wide, because your better horses are drawn in the bush, and your lesser horses are drawn well. So, who's going to get the luck in running? That's what this race will be about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to come down to luck, right? But if you flip a coin and you're looking for luck, you're 50-50. If you flip a coin with VJ's Angel looking for luck, you're getting 4-1. It's a big difference. So if you think that there's any chance that she can get in through luck, then she's a good
Then she's a winner. Yeah.
Yeah, then she's a winner. You know what I mean? And because some of these other horses, just the way I looked at it, some of these other horses are a bit longer in the tooth and they've got their own idiosyncrasies. She might, listen, I'm hoping she gets in because I'd like, Pierre, here's the thing. I'd like to, I don't want it to ever be, and it shouldn't be, and I saw something on Sporting Post the other day which really irritated me, which was, oh, how come the good horses always get drawn badly? There's a conspiracy, right? I don't believe that for 1 second.
I don't know where these people think of this rubbish. You know, it's like
I don't know where it comes from, right? But if I could create a race for in the woke society that we're all living in, I would have VJ's Angel drawn 3. Of course I would. 100%. But that's not how racing works, right?
What price would she be then?
She'd be 18-10.
2-1.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's not how racing works, right? So we want to see her overcome these hurdles, because if she does, then she's the horse we think she is. So let's hope she gets luck in running, and it is what it is, right? She's drawn 15, sorry. No, she'll come out of Stallgate 14. There's only 14 runners. So no matter what happens in this field, she'll always be drawn the widest. Now, but Pierre, have you ridden against her?
I can't remember. I think so. I might have ridden her at Gravel.
Yeah, I think you have. She has got a bit of tactical speed, this filly. Yeah, you rode Fatal Flaw when she came past you.
Yes. And I actually had a bit tight around the bend.
Yes.
And Calvin was shouting, "Please, boy, just keep off for me." And then, like he said, it just picked up the bit, and it was, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to
the Specialist puts the head in front. Grand Crescendo's a big runner on the outside, and these two come together in battle. Grand Crescendo from the Specialist now. There's only a neck in it. Confidently ridden is Grand Crescendo. VJ's Angel coming out the pack. The Specialist is going to fight right back on the inside. The Specialist, the filly VJ's Angel over the top's going to grab them all. VJ's Angel from the Specialist. Grand Crescendo.
the Colts version. Great race, this. This is
another good race. The racing in karting now becomes very, very good.
Very, very good.
Well, I'll start then. In my opinion, there's a couple of nice young horses, but also drawn badly, and obviously some horses needing runs, some having runs for later in the season. And probably too short. But the horse that stands out by far, and it had a run in July, so August going September, it's 2 months. Main Defender, hard to beat. Drawn well. Well, it's not drawn well, but he's drawn better than a couple of other horses with chances, and he's got speed. Well handicapped. Main Defender in this field, hard to beat.
Yeah, and soccershop.bet have got him at, I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing, fractional.
2-1. 2-1.
No, 2-1, because I wasn't sure if I had it on fractional. He's 2-1. He's 2-1, which is, again, at 15.23 will look like a big price. I think he's a really good, or we know he's a really good horse. What I'd like to know is, there's a horse running here that Lance completely dissed once. And I mean, the Lebanese community even almost took out a fatwa against him. Danton from Santa. Lance and Pierre, he's drawn 13 this horse. He's 10-1, but geez, he's turned his life around, this horse, eh?
Well, looking on second to Cat's Pajamas, who absolutely trotted up Sunday, and then third in the Group 1, third the time before that. Yeah, he's a different horse.
And did you watch that race when he got beat?
Yeah.
He was at the back of the field, 3 wide. And then, I mean, Richard broke the record. I can't criticize too much. But he started making his move around the bend already. And I'm not sure at one stage, I think he was 5 wide. And the fact that the horse just kept on plugging away and almost won it was unbelievable. I still think he's got to find a couple of lengths on Main Defender.
Absolutely. However, I'm telling you, on Monday morning, when all the owners, and there's about 8 million of them, log on to the National Horse Racing Authority's merit rating, he won't be a 108. He'll go up. I'm telling you, Main Defender wins this race, and my exacta is, funnily enough, with Danton from Santon. I'm so impressed with how this horse is. I think improves even the wrong word. I think I got poisoned by Lance Michael. You know, I mean, he's actually a great horse.
Yeah, listen, I underrated him at the time. He definitely proved me wrong because he ran an absolute blinding race.
Yeah.
So he's better than I thought. As it happens, you know, we
There's
did
the
the
blinkers,
podcast.
Lance. There's the blinkers.
Is it the blinker? I don't see blinkers on him now. Oh, there they are. I actually had lunch with Sean the Friday after I browsed this horse. I said, you're not going to be happy when you hear the podcast because I absolutely shelved Danton from Santon. And he said to me straight, he said, you do that at your own pedal. This horse is a different, he says, he's very, very good horses. Don't underrate him. And he was right. This is a smart horse.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see him go close.
He's got blinkers on, Lance.
Yes, he has. Sorry, I was looking elsewhere.
Yeah, he's got blinkers on. He's got a shit draw. He's drawn 13.
Yeah, his draw's poor, and he's got a top horse to beat in Main Defender.
Yeah.
There's a Grand Crescendo running in the race, guys. So that's going to point to VJ's Angel. So if VJ's Angel come and trots up, that 3-year-old form is very, very good. So I think it's a nice race. I'm not that keen on the favorite.
Okay.
Again, happens to be a Lebanese-owned horse.
Oh.
But I'm not keen on it. I think his best days, I mean, I think he was a better horse a year ago than he is now. I think he's beatable. Let me put it to you that way. If he was the Main Defender of 7, 8, 9 months ago, he'd be 6 to 5, even money around there.
Okay, what do you think can beat him then?
Well, Danton from Santon's definitely got an outside chance. The other horse that's badly drawn, Grand Crescendo's got some sort of chance. You know, you guys are talking like it's over. Why is he 2 to 1? He's got to give the weight away.
Yeah,
he's got to still go
away. And I think he's obviously got bigger fish to fry later in the season, but he doesn't have to be spot on to win this race.
Well, having said that, he ran him in the hard ground a month or so ago. So
yeah, but that's well documented as to why he ran him. You know, the owners felt that the horse needed to run. They took Calvin off. I mean,
no, I'm not dissing him. I'm not having a go at him. I'm saying the horse would have come on from that run. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Absolutely. I'll tell you.
Yeah. He's the most ready horse. You know, if you look at it, look at the field. Purple picture, too short. William Robertson, bad draw, not really inside track horse. Gladiatorians held on form by Main Defender on many runs, and then you start looking down. These horses are all held on merit rating alone. The closest horse is Barbaresco. Drawn nice, everything, but he won on a soft track over a mile a week ago. Now he's going back to 1450, like you always say, Lance. You don't like them to come back and trip, and it's probably going to be too short. Probably going to be too short for him.
Why is he 2 to 1?
The trifecta is very easy. I'm telling you, it's Main Defender, straight line. Main Defender to beat Danton from Santon, to beat Back in Business. That horse of Somers is a nice horse as well.
Yeah, he's a top horse.
Yeah, but Main Defender has had the prep run, in inverted commas. Tony will have him spot on. Lorena's riding really, really well. There's only one oak riding better than the Lorena at the moment, and that's Stratham.
Oh boy.
Danton from but it's a great race. Pierre, you riding Zanovi? What are you thinking? I mean, that's not a bad horse.
You know what's in my favour is the draw. I mean, he's held on form by many lengths, and I get paid by Arun and Vaughan Rippon, so obviously I'm committed to ride those horses. But I've got a good draw. I've got a fit horse. Maybe he pops up. I'm hoping.
100%. Okay, cool. But Lance, so you anti-main defender? Are you just?
Yeah, I've got enough cover in my mind to take this horse on. Backing Business, Grand Crescendo, Danton from Santon, Give Me Another Chance, all these horses. I think there's enough in the race for me to say, you know what, it's not going to be done in cold. Can win, it's the right horse. I'd love them to take a lot shorter. The way you guys are talking, it's a good chance they're going to. So if they take closer to evens than 2-1 and I have to lay it, then I'm going to be a lot happier. And if I do my money, so be it.
I'm going to say
not
something
be the
now.
first time.
I'm going to ask Pierre this actually and ask him what he thinks, right? So, Gavin's quite an, I don't want to use the word aggressive, but Gavin's quite an aggressive jockey, isn't he?
Yeah, when he needs to be.
Yeah, when he needs to be. Yeah. We saw our main defender jinxed once with Calvin. Main defender is obviously a good horse with his own ideas. I think this is a great jockey booking. I'm telling you, I think main defender will come back as the winner on Saturday, and Gavin will get him to win because
you got to give Gavin credit. He's hardworking. He studies his form.
Yeah,
he probably would have gone and worked the horse, so get a feel of the horse and whatever. And don't forget, Gavin gets the choice of rides, probably 90% of the whole card. So he does his homework and he's going to pick the best horse. And for that reason, Gavin in Joburg is the guy to follow, because he's going to pick the best, and he's able to jump from one stable to the other stable without upsetting guys. So he's got it worked out. I say main defender, hard to beat. What can beat him? I don't put Danton from Santon in the race because he's a young horse. He's drawn wide. He's having his first run from a bit of a break. Like I said earlier, Sean likes his horses to come on. He hasn't prepped the horse, I think, for this race. There's other races to come. And if you kill a horse now, you've got nothing left in the rest of the season. So I can't see any other horse but main defender.
All right. Okay, I think we've done that race overs and overs. Right. Race 8, gents. The betting. 2-1, Buffalo Storm Cody. 2-1, Musical Score. 4-1, Bequena. 5-1, Truth. 10-1, Hot to Ruby. Ampersand, 14-1. Gorgeous Klein, 14-1. And Address the Nation, 20-1. Before we do this race, Lance, what offer are you going to come up with this week for these oaks?
Well, you remember the last offer, Joe? All new clients got 500 Rand and existing clients 50 Rand in their bonus wallet. That's been upped by double.
No.
Yes. All you need to do is
too
use
generous.
the pro.
You're way too generous.
No. I got to just tell you what the promo code is because it's on the email sent to me by my back office.
We'll put the promo code up on the screen, Lance. That's our television.
Correct. So carry on talking. I'll get you the promo code.
Yeah. So you tell us what the offer is, and we'll put we'll insert the promo code with this amazing thing called technology.
Beautiful. But the deal is simple. The new clients now, new existing registered FECA clients. Yeah. Deposit 1,000 Rand. We'll put 1,000 Rand in your wallet.
Oh, that's good.
And existing clients, put 100 Rand, we put 100 Rand in your wallet. So, and it's got to be played on this race card. So we got to take Pierre's tips, my tips, and Joe's tips, and turn it into millions.
And Lance, you don't care if they win. You're actually happy when the Oaks win.
I just want clients to enjoy the fact that we open, we're honest, and we're giving it everything in the sense of our opinion. If it works out for them and they, you might get guys who enjoy Pierre's tips and not yours, or vice versa. They can obviously make whatever decision they deem to be 100%. The correct one.
100%. All right. So we'll
but they're going to get a bit of extra money to do it.
100%. Right. Striker. Terry threw you a bone here. Graduation plate, Hotter Ruby, 10-1.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
1200
clearly
meters. 1200 meters.
clearly too short. I mean he's well handicapped in this race. Clearly too short. Like Sean said, you can ride the horse. So I mean, obviously, I found for the ride to try and get on it for the races in the future, not to win this race. Obviously, if he wins, yay, I'll be very happy. But 1200 meters way too short. There's a horse here that's like a price that I'm quite surprised with. And I don't know if there's a reason why Gavin's not riding it. He's gone for Buffalo Storm Cody, but this horse Truth. I mean, you know, when he beat me that time, I finished second on a horse called Don't Cry For Me, and I thought he's a decent horse. Yeah. He beat us by 7 lengths. I mean, Truth was pulling up the hill with Gavin, and by the time we hit the top of a straight, I thought, well, that horse is going to die because he's pulling too hard up the hill, Turfentine, and he just went away from me and beat us by 7 lengths. Then his second last start, he ran at Gravel in the future, the Golden Horse. He was drawn like 14 out of 14. And also like Catch Pajamas won 2 in a row. After that run, finished 3rd. Yeah. Proceed finished 2nd. We know what he's done. Cosmic Speed won the race. We know how good he is. So from a bad draw, he actually did not run a bad race at all. Then his last start, he finished 10th, which is not great. But once again, he was drawn in the bush at Gravel. Couldn't have a chance. The 11th horse, Mount Pinatuba, came to win. And ahead of Truth and that, there was Cosmic Speed, the specialist, which we know, Vijay's Angel. If this horse had a better draw in this race, because at 1200 on this inside track, a good draw is vital. Because as you jump, one day you should go to the start, go and stand at the starting stalls, and look where we jump from. As you jump, you haven't gone 20 meters, you're already turning. Yeah. So if you're on the outside, you're just losing ground as we're turning. So unfortunately, he's drawn 8. If he had a better draw, I would have made him the biggest runner. But anyway, he hasn't got a great draw, so obviously I'm going to have to respect Buffalo Storm Cody and then Musical Score. The word was he's a very good horse, and he's had 1 run, 1 win. What more must a horse do but win? And even though he's a little bit out of the weight, he can only improve.
Okay.
But I'm leaning towards Truth.
You're leaning towards Truth, okay?
Yeah.
If I had been missing in action for 10 years and I had lots of savings through no betting, sort of if I'd been frozen in a cryogenic tank and I came out of that tank and I was desperate to have one massive bet, I'd have it all on Buffalo Storm Cody. My absolute best bet of the weekend. I can't believe this horse is 2-1 with soccershop.bet, who always price up first. They lead, others follow. I'm saying this horse starts way shorter than this and wins hard held. I can't say anything else. Buffalo Storm Cody for me, race over.
You got to take into consideration if you are going to back against Buffalo Bill Cody or Buffalo Storm Cody, the improvement of the horses that won first time out. I don't think the improvement will be enough. I'm very strong on Buffalo Bill Cody.
Storm Cody.
Buffalo Storm Cody. And I'm with you, Joe. I think 2-1's attractive. I've always respected improvement in young horses, but I had a look at who they ran with and who this horse has run with, and I think Cat Pajamas, Proceed, they just talk volumes, and I'm strong on this horse. Larina, everything for me points to a strong showing, so I'm all over this horse as well.
Yeah, thank you. Good. So for me, he's the best bet of the weekend. Right.
by about half a length. 3 lengths away to Bad Medicine. A long way back behind that is Dance King, but Buffalo Storm Cody has put the race almost to bed going past the 200-meter marker, has sprinted 3 lengths clear. Bad Medicine and its personal, and Buffalo Storm Cody is well in command, leads by 7, 8 lengths, and is not going to get caught on debut. It's a runaway winner by 10 lengths or so. Second close, but
Let's move on to race 9. How are you going, Lance? 5-2, Rainbow Reward. I love this horse's name. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. I haven't Googled it, but if Dave Shaw's watching or Lucky Udalakis and you want to send us a message, I love horses' names and I love the way this horse's name rolls off a tongue. Kinshin Shah. I don't know where it comes from, but I absolutely love it. But you guys have got this horse at 3-1. Smith and Wesson, we know what that's all about. 3-1. Kareng Gatane, 4-1. Swingers Upon a Star, 6-1. And 10-1 and better. The others, I think it's Lance's turn to go first. Hit us.
Okay, it was the last race of the day. I found it quite difficult, to be very, very honest. But I did have a fancy, guys. And the fancy came in the form of Rainbow Reward. It's a very open race. It's a horse that's done, in a race. I'll tell you why I like it, or I'll give it a chance, because I don't like orangutan. I think that's got no heart. There's a lot of horses in this race that, for me, just don't do it. And for consistency, Rainbow Reward does. He's got the draw. He hasn't got the greatest form at this track in the form of course and distance.
Have you got the betting, Lance?
He's never won in it.
Yeah, I've got the betting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Joe will call it out to you.
Rainbow Reward, 5-2. King Shing Shah, 3-1. 3-1 Smith and Wesson. Which one did you like, Pierre?
To me, of the horses that are in the same form line as Rainbow Reward, Kingston Shah, Smith and Wesson, I think Smith and Wesson's got them held, drawn 1. My danger is Swing Upon a Star. He's run against top horses. I want to look quickly. Finished behind Unzen, Main Defender, Africa House, Swing Upon a Star. That's third last start to go. Second last start, he ran over 1600. He ran 3rd. I've ridden this horse, and I'll tell you why. And then last time was over 1450. Again, beyond Unzen, Mercantua Zenovi, he ran 4th. This, to me, the horse has got so much speed. I mean, I rode him. He didn't feel very sound when I rode him. And I managed to get to the front, and I actually had to fight him to slow him down. I think he could win 1,000. And once again, Gavin can pick many rides, and he's gone for Swing Upon a Star. In fact, I actually tried to get the ride as well, but obviously I'm not the flavor of the yard, so I wasn't going to get it.
What do you mean?
I must be honest, it was a horse I looked at, but 1,000 meters for me is just not going to suit it. I don't think it will suit it. I don't think they're going to go blitz. I don't know. He's definitely the class.
Your sound's gone terrible, man.
Is very,
Your sound's
I
gone
thought
terrible.
1,000 meters. Oh, can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Lance, he's got lots of speed at horse, eh? Lots of speed. He comes out the stalls.
You can hear me now, eh?
Yeah.
He flies out the stalls. He's got so much speed. He's got natural speed. Really, I think he's a runner.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so obviously you guys must bear in mind that I've just had a big win leading up into this race. I've got chunks of money. I've been in Arbor Nation for 7 years. I've backed Buffalo Storm Cody. So now I'm looking for something crazy just to have a little bit of a bet on. I think this is a race where anything can win. And if I'm going to go with anything, I'm going to go with a horse that I want to say 2, 4, 6, 7 runs back. 7 runs back, ran 3.5 lengths off dice. For whatever reason, Sean keeps his horse running. he must think it's got another win in the tank. And at 20-1 in an 8-horse field. In England, we call it the dead 8 because you can do each way betting here the first 3. At 20-1, this is an each way bet for me. Not a big bet, but
which horse we're talking about?
Paisley Park, eh?
No, okay, you know what I'm asking? I turned the ride down because I've ridden him. He's not very sound.
Okay.
And 1,000 meters is way too quick for him around the bend. So I'm going completely against you, Joe.
Okay, yeah.
And if he wins, then I'm going to cry in the jockey room for another half an hour, but then I'll get over it.
Okay, wait. What do you mean another half an hour?
After that race, if it...
you'll cry no, but when you say another half an hour, it means that you cry in the jockey room quite a lot.
Have you cried before for half an hour?
I do, because I can have 3 winners in a day, and if my last ride gets beat, I want to know why did I lose? You know, it's and people don't realize how competitive us jockeys are, and how critical we are of our own riding. And then you still get other people who want to criticize us as well. You know.
Hold on 2 seconds. Hold on. Calvin, how's it? Listen, do me a favor. You don't want to see Pierre crying on Saturday. Would you get off Paisley Park so Pierre can ride it, please?
No, I don't want to ride it. I don't want to ride it. I told you I was offered the ride, and I said no, thank you. I've got my quota for the day.
Obviously, I don't know that about the horse. I'm just looking at a 7-year-old with blinkers, 3.5 lengths off dice in a quite complicated race. I'd have a few each ways. Personally, a few each ways on Paisley Park. And if I'd forced to, I'd back King Shing Sha because I like the name. Like, that's how we're ending this podcast. I like the name. Gents, we've done about an hour. It's been fantastic. Viewers, more and more
promo code, Joe. Promo code is Spring.
Spring.
SPRING in capital letters. Spring.
Has to be in capitals. Okay, listen. We're coming towards the season's about to hot up. We'll be doing more and more of these previews, better race cards. Obviously, we can only select what's running. Some of these races are quite challenging. If you have made it all the way to the end and you're watching now, there's a race on Sunday in Durban. Let me just get to the race where Lance Michael's got 2 runners.
First and second favorite, no.
First and second favorite, Care Forgot and Spirit of Lavana.
It'll be on the website.
Sorry?
Spirit of Lavana and Care Forgot are going to be fighting it out on Sunday.
Yeah, they'll certainly be fighting it out. I reckon they fight it out for second and third. No disrespect. But I think Mike de Kock's Destiny of Fire. I think Mike de Kock's Destiny of Fire is above average. I'm hearing rumors.
That'll never beat one of our horses, one of my horses. That I can tell you.
Well, listen, we hope they all win. They all come home safe. Thanks, guys. Stay in touch. And Striker, keep riding them winners.
Thanks, Joe. Just
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Good to chat. Take care.